Start to day 5 on the PCT. Christy was kind enough to get up at 5 o'clock with me and drive down here to Scissors Crossing and drop me off. The plan today is to go 24 miles to a campsite that has some water nearby. There's one water stop in between here and there, so I'm carrying 3 liters. And it's a little brisk this morning.
Yes.
It's a little brisk this morning. The sunrise, however, is just gorgeous back here, coming up over the mountains. And as you can see, there's no way out of here but up. So I would imagine I'm going to be going up those. All right, well, it's time to get started and kiss the wife goodbye and get on the trail. Okay, so 15 minutes later from where we are there, up the hill, we got agave trying to grow here. This is going to be splendid when it's huge. And on up the mountain. So we're hiking through this beautiful cactus garden. You've got barrel cactus, several different varieties of cholla. You've got agave. There's even some prickly pear over here. Everything a cactus lover would want to see, and it's just covering the hills all the way around here. Beautiful. And let's not forget our friends the ocotillo, which are amazing, and they're growing it now that we've got up a little elevation. They're everywhere. I just love the way this trail winds through these canyons and mountains. You can see it going on the other side. And then up there you'll see a couple of hikers. And it'll keep cutting through the troughs and saddles until we come out the other side. Famous gate number 3. The 3rd gate water cache. Let's see, there's a little H2O sign there. And we follow the trail off of the PCT to the water. And here it is. Do a nice job of containing the empties. Watch out for cholla. Please use these first. Okay. All right, so we'll get some water here, have a little lunch in the shade. I heard there might be a rattlesnake, so we just look out. There's Mr. Lizard on the pallet. And we'll catch up with you in a second. Okay, that was great. So just a quarter-mile off the trail was the Third Gate water cache, which wonderful trail angels maintain and keep a lot of water there for all the hikers. It means there's only a 13 and a half mile stretch rather than a 25-mile stretch without water. So it really makes a difference. So I sat down there and had some lunch and talked to some hikers I'd seen before. Tony, we talked about the Camino Primitivo. He thinks he wants to take his wife on that. And Petra from the Czech Republic, who my wife had talked to, and she had one of her bracelets on. And I talked to her and Julian when we were in there for pie. Okay, so the goal is 10 more miles to a campground with a spring nearby. Sounds wonderful. So at my pace, I ought to get there before most people, which means there should be a campsite available. We'll see. All right, see you down the trail. I almost walked by this. This is the famous cave, and in fact some people have camped in here overnight. Yeah, very neat. Well, I've got a ways to go before I can stop. But it's up here in the mountains, right along the trail. So pretty good trail visibility here. You see I'm walking up the trail, it cuts across there. You can see it contouring the far side over there, and then descending all the way down. Well, I made it first 100 miles. Time for a liter of water to celebrate. Okay, end of day 5 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Started this morning at Scissors Crossing at mile 77.3, I believe it is. And now we're at Barrel Springs at trail mile 101 point something. So we did just under 24 miles today. It was, from the beginning, it was just contouring the mountains all the way through. I found the trail very cruisy. There weren't any big climbs or anything, but just gorgeous scenery along the ridges and cactus gardens in the morning, giving way to juniper at elevation, then back into more cactus, and then kind of dropping out into sagebrush and low-growing creosote. And then finally here in Barrel Springs, we're in a live oak situation right here by the spring, and you can see the folks in the background. They're washing themselves up and filling their water bottles. So I just filtered 3 liters of water, filtered 3 liters of water, and the Serenity module has landed. We are here. Should be set up for the night. Got into camp between 3:30 and 4, which is really good for a 24-mile day, especially since we didn't get started till 6:25 or so when Christy dropped me off. So I thought I'd use today to talk about a little bit about something that you experience on trail. We'll try to add a little something every day. One of the things you get is you get pain, and you have to understand whether you have pain or whether you're actually injured. So today, about an hour into the hike, my right hip just started hurting with every step, and I was thinking, you know, I'm going to have to hit a bunch of ibuprofen and baby it, and it's going to be a pain. And then an hour and a half of that, and then it just went away. And that happens. It'll go to your knee for a while, your foot for a while. But that's just something you experience. So you ask yourself, do I have pain or am I injured? Until you get to injury, you just keep going, and very often the crazy pains just go away. Your body's just not used to doing it. Another thing is we climb so we can descend. We descend so we can climb again. So just get over it. Everything's up and down. You hear people complaining about switchbacks and climbs, and it's just what it is, because you're experiencing the mountains in their fullness. Well, remember, everybody, we're trying to do the impossible, and that makes us mighty.